Good morning. Myself Shikila Devi, Assistant Professor in Rovni College of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss the subject CS 8602 Compiler Design. In Compiler Design, Unit 2 is Syntax Analysis. In this unit, we are going to discuss the role of parser today. The outcome is, on successful completion of this module, the student should be able to summarize the types of parsers and its works. In compiler design, we are going to discuss about parsing. Actually, parsing is performed by parsers. Parser is nothing but it gets a stream of tokens as input and convert that into a parse tree. Parsing is performed by the parser. So parsing is nothing but it's a process that constructs the syntactic structure that is a parse tree from the stream of tokens. So where we are getting the stream of tokens? So before parser, we have lexical analysis phase. The lexical analysis phase generates a stream of tokens as output. That stream of token is given as the input to the parser. The parser converts that into a parse tree. This technique is called as parsing. So next we are going to see what are the functions of a parser. So the main function of a parser is it constructs a parse tree and it also reports if there is an error means it reports it and it also performs the error recovery. And it verifies the structure generated by the tokens based on the grammar. So these are all the functions of parser. Next, we are going to see the types of parser. The parsers are broadly classified into two, that is top-down parsers and bottom-up parsers. The top-down parsers are further classified into recursive descent parsers and LL-of-1 parser. The bottom-up parsers are classified into LR parsers and operator precedence parser. The LR parsers are further classified into LR of 0, SLR, LALR, and CLR. SLR is nothing but symbol LR parser. LALR is nothing but look ahead LR parser. CLR is canonical LR parsers. Next, we are going to see the basic difference between the top-down parsing and the bottom-up parsing. So actually in top-down parsing, the parse tree is generated from the root to leaf. In bottom-up parsing, that is a reverse case, that is the parse tree is generated from the leaf to root. So that is the main difference. So top-down parsing, it's top to bottom, that is from root to leaf, and the bottom-up parsing, it is bottom to top, that is leaf to root. And the next major difference is in top-down parsing, the traversal of parse tree is in pre-order, but in bottom-up parsing, it is in post-order traversal. And the top-down parsers trace the leftmost derivations and bottom-up parsers trace the rightmost derivations. And about when we are comparing this top-down and bottom-up parsing is the most powerful parsing compared to the top-down parsing. Okay, next we are going to discuss about the parse trees and its derivations. How this parse tree is generated. So consider a top-down parsing. So it starts from the root. So if we start from E and generated E plus E. Then after that, we are deriving E derives ID. Then for this E, we are going to apply E into E. Then for each E, we are going to apply ID. For the second E, we are applying ID. Then for the third E, we are applying ID. So when we are generating this parse tree, what is the output generated by this parse tree is? The output string is ID plus ID into ID. So this is the structure of how this top-down parsing works. Next, we are going to see how this bottom-up parsing works. So the same thing, we are going to do bottom-up parsing. So we have to generate the leaf nodes first. What are the leaf nodes? 3 ID and plus star are the leaf nodes. So we started the parsing from the leaf. Then after that, for this ID, you have to apply E. Then for the next ID, you have to apply E. Then for the third ID, you have to apply E. Then perform the multiplication operation and afterwards perform the addition operation. Okay. So finally, when we are combining, we are getting the root node. So this is called as the bottom-up parsing. Next, we are going to discuss about the top-down parsing techniques, that is recursive descent parsers and non-recursive descent parsers. So in recursive descent parsers, we can call it as a brute force parser. Because in brute force approach, it is straightforward approach. We are trying all the possibilities. when we are trying a possibility, if you are not getting a solution, means we have to backtrack to the previous location and we have to try the next trial. So the same thing we are going to do in this recursive design parser also, that we can say this is a backtracking parser. And next about the non-recursive design parser, we can say it is an LL-of-1 parser or a predictive parser or without backtracking or dynamic parsers. Okay, so it is used to generate the parsing table, and by using the parsing table, it generates the parser. It won't use the backtracking approach. So this is about the top-down parsing. But in bottom-up parsing, I already told you we have two broadly classified into two. One is the operator precedence parser, another one is the LR parser. The LR parsers are further classified into SLR, CLR, and LALR, simple LR parser, canonical LR parser, and look-ahead LR parser. So this is about the top-down and bottom-up parsing. Now we are going to discuss some gate questions in parsers. The first question is, among simple LR, that is SLR, canonical LR, and look-ahead LR, that is LALR, which of the following pairs identify the methods that is very easy to implement and the method that is most powerful in that order? Okay, the first option is SLR and LALR. Second option is canonical LR, that is CLR and LALR. And third option is SLR and CLR. And the fourth option is LALR and canonical LR. The answer is option C, which is SLR and canonical LR. The second question is, the grammar A derives AA slash within bracket A slash empty is not suitable for predictive parsing because the grammar is, the first option is ambiguous, next is left recursive, third is right recursive, fourth is an operator grammar. The answer is option B, which is left recursive grammar. Next question is, which one of the following kinds of derivation is used by LR parsers? First option is leftmost derivation. Second option is leftmost in reverse. Third option is rightmost derivation. Fourth option is rightmost in reverse. The answer is option D, which is rightmost in reverse. And the next question is, which of the following statements about parser are correct? First one is canonical LR is more powerful than SLR. Next is SLR is more powerful than LALR. And the third option is SLR is more powerful than canonical LR. The answer is the first option only, that is canonical LR is more powerful than SLR. Next, what is the maximum number of reduced moves that can be taken by a bottom-up parser for a grammar with no epsilon and unit production? That is of the type A derives empty, A derives empty, and A derives A, and A derives A. To parse a string with n tokens. The options are n by 2, n minus 1, 2n minus 1, 2 power n. The answer is option B, which is n minus 1.